Yeah, so I've seen the original version of this. How long is it? 15 minutes. And it was pretty good, bro. Go check that video out, bro. Gaming Investigators by Hobson. Alright, bro. The last one, which he talked about, things you only see in GTA 5 on Xbox 360 and PS3. Now, he was actually cooking in the last video, bro. Pure facts. But I didn't actually react to that last time, bro. This time I'm gonna react to it. You know, I'm here for this. Just need to make sure that we're getting audio. 2 seconds, people. 2 seconds. Yeah, to the fuck out, bro. macOS audio. This is a bit silly, bro. Like, where is macOS audio in my setup? MacBook Vet. Oh, I've just paused it, no?
Some time ago, I found out that on
Okay, let me max this out. Boom, boom, boom. So you guys can get audio. My fault. You know, my fault, bro. My vertical needs to be recorded as weird. Reactions weird. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. If we find a clip, we'll just clip it, bro. What I'm referring to, for anybody that is asking, is like my vertical. I don't like to record. Have a clip, I'll just clip it, bro. But that being said, though, let's get into the video. It's not even here. Holy shit. Okay,
other versions of
everything's getting recorded, bro. Yes, you see the ops, bro. Get into it, bro.
Some time ago, I found out that on Xbox 360, it was possible and much easier to make a wheel detach from a vehicle than on PC. I checked it out and it was true.
Sit down in the last video.
Online clearly indicate that the damage model was indeed downgraded in other versions of GTA 5. You can really find quite a lot of things that back in 2013, when the game released on consoles, simply work better. First, we'll go through.
Yo, I don't use Discord, bro. Let me not even respond to this nigga, bro.
Exclusive to the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. We'll start with the fact that right next to the satellite dishes and sandy shores, in the original versions, scientists and FIB agents would spawn, along with a unique black was replaced with a white van.
I am currently watching the last video. I'm an idiot. Thank you. This is the one that I'm expecting. I saw the last video, bro. Why did it take me that long?
That's the saying we need to start off today's video with. The video about features, mainly seen on PS3 and Xbox 360, was received very well, and you shared a lot of stuff in the comments yourself. It'd be a shame to ignore that. That's why today, we'll continue the subject, and we'll see that the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions are even more special than we thought after the last video. For starters, Slidey Cars Cheat Code. It's ideal for drifting around. Cars gain special properties, thanks to which driving becomes really fun.
But it was
Some
only
players
a cheat
also
code.
said that this cheat code raised the realism of the driving model, making it harder, but in a good way. Unfortunately, on the enhanced versions...
let me just close my door real quick. So that niggas don't just scream for no reason. For no reason. Let me get a bite. Let me get a bite while I wait. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get a bite, bro. I do have an espresso. Nah, I don't know when to eat that. I do have an espresso. I don't know when to eat it, though. Wait, what? To drink it. Like, I want to drink it after, but sometimes drinking an espresso, like when I watch the video, I'm always ready for it. Oh, now we're locked.
Code was significantly modified. The main reason was probably a certain side effect it produced. See, it allowed a player to reach much higher speeds with cars. Currently, the cheat code is not so fun. It causes the cars to be barely drivable. Attempts to do so often end up looking like spinning around on the spot. The cheat code became pretty useless. It's difficult to have fun with. I don't understand this change, and I don't get why testers didn't react to it. Or even if they did and said that the new functionality is poor, then why did no one do anything about that? We know that Trevor's special ability grants him invincibility. However, it doesn't work in all situations nowadays. See, Trevor's ability doesn't save us from fall damage. As soon as Trevor begins to fall, his ability gets disabled and we cannot enable it back on until he's on the ground. On the old consoles, it looked differently. Turning on Trevor's ability was possible in those situations, thanks to which we could be falling from huge heights and survive it without a problem. Some say it was a cool feature, others say that it was too much. As for me, those special abilities of the protagonists are completely magic anyway, so if the developers made Trevor invincible during his rage mode, I'd also leave the fall damage prevention. Although I'm open for discussion, so let me know how you see it. On a side note, it's worth adding that there's still a trick which allows Trevor to survive any fall without taking any damage. See, all it takes is to push yourself off an edge by an explosion. Then the game does not cancel the ability and therefore Trevor survives the fall.
Yeah, technically.
And now to a thing that's pretty important in my opinion. You let me know in the comments that on the old versions, the police cars could spawn on off-road trails leading up Mount Chiliad during chases. I checked that out and you were right. On the new version, it's very different and it's a shame. After all, the older spawning system of police cars was more realistic and more demanding for a player. In the current version, it seems that Mount Chiliad gives us some legal immunity. Seriously, it's an easy way to lose the cops. Just drive up the mountain.
Isn't that a good
GTA
thing?
5 on PS3 and Xbox 360 offered a really cool challenge in this matter. Driving up Mount Chiliad with a wanted level was not only a tricky feat, but it often was also pure comedy. The policemen, as you know, often struggle with such irregular terrain. And now, another thing which takes fun away from us on the enhanced version. See, on the old consoles, in some trailers, like the one with the logo of the brand Big Goods, you could open the rear door by firing a few shots at it. Furthermore, the inside was not blocked. You could drive a vehicle inside it. And here's a question from me to those who played around with it. Is there any way to close the rear door again, or at least to block it somehow, so the car inside it wouldn't fall out while driving forward? Cause it's a banger of a function in my opinion. But the problem is that it's highly limited by the fact that the cars do not move along with the whole rig and quickly fall out of the trailer while driving. Anyway, playing around with this gets really
Bro, I feel like you could do that
For
in
example, when the car is
GTA.
chasing us drive inside it and become confused. Precisely those kind of
one of
images
them.
are what creates beautiful memories. In the new
Maybe
versions,
Vice
the
City.
rear door is unopenable. I guess it's because this function is a little glitched up and sometimes some weird satanic arts are going on.
What?
Either way, it's a real shame that instead of fixing it or just leaving it as it is, Rockstar decided to throw it away completely. The next thing is a little off topic because it also appears on PS4, Xbox One, and the PC legacy versions of the game, but I really want to talk about it because it's ridiculous. Most of you probably know that there's a few places in GTA 5 where we've got a strong water current. We've even got a full-blown waterfall. See, on the 7th and 8th generation consoles, swimming in those places, and rightly so, was impossible because our protagonist would always get sucked in with the current temporarily taking away the possibility to control our character. I still remember experiencing it for the first time. That's a great effect. I mean, I would probably crap my pants in real life, but in the game, I was rather impressed with the realism of this mechanism. And now, listen up. On the new expanded and enhanced edition, it's gone. Not only that, the game gets completely lost
Wait,
without
what?
this effect, and swimming there ends up with our character swimming in air.
Nah,
It's a
there's no
challenge
way,
to figure
bro.
out why this was disabled.
What the
I
fuck?
think we'd be better off with leaving such
why
amazing
would they
physics
take that out?
functions intact in games. Another cool
Bro, that's
feature
what
from
I'm
the old
talking
days
about.
of GTA Online
Why
was
take
that
that?
if we called our mechanic to get our ride delivered to us, he used to physically drive the car to us.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, the car we requested
Need a
appears
ride?
nearby out
I'm
of
Johnny
nowhere
on the
when we're
spot.
not looking. And here, there's room to excuse this change, since the function had a lot of bugs.
So let's go back a little bit, bro.
We called our mechanic
This
to
one
get our
here,
ride delivered.
I actually been talking about, bro.
To us, he used to physically drive the car to
Yeah,
us.
real talk.
Currently, the car we requested appears nearby out of nowhere when we're not looking. And here, there's room to excuse this change,
Yeah.
since the function had a lot of bugs.
Here it is.
He's driving into the water. He's chasing him, bro. He's chasing him. Yeah.
On the other hand, though, it's another example of Rockstar throwing away certain features instead of fixing them. Another thing we can experience only on PS3 and Xbox 360 is that when we use the Super Jump cheat code, the game gives us much more control over our character in the air. While on PC, we can only slightly influence where we land. Cheat codes are mainly for fun. The
Bro,
more
it's all
freedom we've
physics
got with them,
engine.
the better. This may not be a huge disadvantage, but it's also a thing I'd comment by saying, it's a shame. Going further, we've got something many people wrote about. See, in the days of GTA Online on PS3 and Xbox 360, cars that were being released along with updates for online were made available in the main character's personal garages completely for free. And this proves something we've already talked about in the past. Back then, online used to be fun-oriented, not a machine to milk players of their cash. Cause look, at the beginning, they gave us a lot of stuff for nothing. They made the players depend on that.
Wait, what?
Classic case of
Oh
the
my
drug
God, bro.
dealer effect. Cars that were being released along with updates for online were made available in the main character's personal garages completely for free. And this proves
remember
something
this.
we've
This-
already talked about in the past.
Bro,
Back then, online used to be fun-oriented.
How the fuck do I pull my video, bro? Be pressing the button and I'm hammering. Bro, that car in particular is in tour. I was never able to get it, so that is the first way I got it, bro. So it's funny that he pulled that one out. That's all I had to say. Sorry, people.
Machine to milk players of their cash. Cause look, at the beginning, they gave us a lot of stuff for nothing. They made the players depend on that. Classic case of the drug dealer effect. A dealer will happily give his customer a free hit as he knows that they'll soon run straight back to him asking for more. Very willing to pay for it, as long as they get their new favorite treat.
Pretty much. Bro, these niggas really didn't give me any, like, serviettes, bro. That is abysmal. No, I can't even cap. That's crazy. Did they think I'm an animal? That shit, that shit. Said he get some water. Yeah, bro. That must think I'm a savage, bro. He ain't give me no savage. Like, are you kidding me? That might think I'm a savage. Bro, can I stop my video? Like, that makes sense to me.
Online works in a way which allows us to earn the sufficient amount of money to buy those items through simply playing the game. But we often don't have a lot of time to do that, and to do plenty of other things. Statistics work mercilessly against us here.
Let me just say something real quick about GTA Online, bro. My personal preference for online video games, I don't know what happened, but my personal preference for online video games and any shit has always been, like, if you play the game, you should be rewarded for whatever it is. And that's why Grand Theft Auto Online was always, A, my favorite game, and B, it obviously did well because it had that system. Shit should always be free to get as long as you grind it. Because I was always a fan of, I mean, I've never bought a shotgun. I'm not against this, is whatever, bro. This is, I've never done that. There should always be a means to get something via playing the game. Like, otherwise the game is clearly broken, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not a video game at that point. Versus, I can buy other shit using real money, but that kind of defeats, like, the fun of doing things. So I was always like, let me get shit in the game by doing stuff. But obviously, certain things were very expensive. You know what I'm saying? But that was just more fun to me. I can't remember what I was going to say. I was going to refer to how, like, battle passes and shit came out after that. And I was never a fan of it, bro. Because, like, now I'm forced, even if it's a low cost, I'm forced to still pay to get my foot in the door. I know next time the battle pass comes out, I can then pay for it. If I just play the battle pass, I understand it, but it's still I've got to pay for it the first time round. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, let me play and get what I need first, bro. I don't know. It's a different system, but I thought I'd make mention of it, bro. I'm sure I had a point, though. I'm sure I did.
Playing the game. But we often don't have a lot of time to do that. Statistics work mercilessly against us here. When we badly want to test something out and we see a shortcut to do that here and now, there's a big chance that many will fall for it. In GTA Online, that shortcut is, of course, the shark cards. Another more subtle difference is to do with a certain GTA Online safe house in Paleto Bay, the one you can see on the screen right now. In the description of the property, a water feature in the back is mentioned. However, no such feature is to be found there. It turns out that on the PS3 and Xbox 360, there was a nice little fountain there, which got removed in the enhanced version, which irritated some people. Why was that done? Well, only Rockstar knows. And now, something I add more for you to judge, because I don't know what to think.
I know I'm pausing a lot, but if you watch the last video of this dude, like, it hit so hard because, like, everything in the PS3 version, it just looked at, like, graphically in that video, it looked so good on PS3 and PS4. PS3 and PS4? No, PS3, because I think PS4 was going to change a little bit. On PS3 originally, it just looked really good, bro.
In the comments that they find the explosion effect on the old consoles better. For me, though, the effect on the newer versions seems more appealing. But as I said, I'm interested in what y'all think. And now another cool thing type of feature.
Just look at this,
One of the viewers wrote that vehicle explosions used to be, let's call it, contagious on the old consoles. What it means is that if a car exploded next to another vehicle, the other vehicle would explode immediately after the first, creating a more spectacular effect.
Pretty much. You gonna fucking show us?
I checked that out, and yes, that is what happens.
Yeah, I remember this.
Releases,
and the frames would drop insane, bro. Exactly like this.
Present. An explosion often does light adjacent vehicles on fire, but they need a while to eventually explode. Another deficit you noticed was a certain cool option. In the early versions, we used to have an option in our phone which listed all available tasks to complete for a given protagonist, including side activities like a shooting range challenge or a private dance in a strip club.
Right,
on the new versions, in the place of the checklist, we've got the job list option, which is an overlap from GTA Online on single player. It always just reads, no jobs available.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad feature though. No, I'm not going to hate. GTA Online is the priority. And if I'm playing offline and there's jobs available that niggas want me to join their lobby in, I'm not going to hate, bro. Nah.
Place of a cool feature, something complete.
No, useless. If you get an online invite, bro, it's going straight to there. You know what I'm saying? I get what he means.
Another thing that's
I genuinely believe in what I'm saying.
At first glance, but then players got irritated by it. I'm talking about the possibility of changing your clothes while on a mission. In the original versions, a player was free to do that. Not in the newer versions, though. Upon approaching a wardrobe, no text box appears and pressing E on the keyboard or the right D-pad, so the interaction keys doesn't do anything.
Is there a reason?
And as much as heist missions are concerned, it makes sense that you gotta have a particular outfit. But in the case of missions like The Long Stretch, for example, where the game changes our outfit to a casual one from Frank's wardrobe, then it's a bit weird, really.
Is that motherfucker hanging, bro?
And there's no logical reason for restricting a player from changing their threads in such missions.
Type shit.
Another nice little flavor was the Infernus car. More precisely, its interior, which in the original versions was red, not black like on the current ones. By the way, that red one looked really neat. It gave the car a sporty look.
That's
it fit great with the first-person view. Shame it got changed.
Lamborghini.
And now,
what's
a
the
thing
word?
which is
What's
only
the one that the doc drives? That's from the 80s, no? What's it called, bro? Lamborghini. You know what I'm talking about, though. The one from the 80s, bro.
As we found out in the previous video that the frequency and intensity of certain events was reduced on PC in comparison to the earlier releases. See, while testing various things on my PS3 on multiple occasions, I was in shock while verifying something in South Central. Sometimes, out of nowhere, a horde of pissed-off gangsters began to spray me with bullets, giving me little chance of escape. All it would take was to explode a vehicle, jack a car in the wrong neighborhood, or fire a few shots.
Give me 1 second, bro. Just because I didn't react to the last video, just have a look at this game really quickly, bro. Have a look at the draw distances. Now, I know in PS4, that was the first thing that changed, and I'm happy with it, bro. I'm not complaining. It's just they use their like limitations unlocks creativity. I was gonna say creates creativity. Limitations unlock creativity, basically, but because obviously, you know, they have to run shit at a certain level. So now I don't know, bro. It just felt more alive, even though the pixels on the draw distances are all, the shit in the background is pixelated, you can tell, but it almost makes it feel nicer. It has like this nice cinematic feel to it.
Explode a vehicle, jack a car in the wrong neighborhood, or fire a few shots. And then, before I even noticed what's going on, I was surrounded by some ghetto cats trying to shoot me down or chasing me in cars.
Now, that being said, though, I do really enjoy it. I will go into GTA Online now and still like enjoy myself. Everything in between up until this point, PS3 and so PS3, original PS4 like update, and now are all good. I feel like everything in between was like, they're trying to get money and shit. You know what I mean? It's in a good state now. I go back and enjoy it, bro. You know what I mean?
Tempted to drive away. I knew that in GTA 5, the gangs react if you're making too much noise on their turf, but I don't recall experiencing such deadly ambushes. I think that this next thing is pretty crucial in the context of the entire GTA series. And here, I'll mostly rely on what you told me in the comments, plus other fan opinions on the internet. It's all about GTA Online. Before we get to the bottom of it, it's worth bringing up the multiplayer from GTA 4. It wasn't a great success for Take-Two or Rockstar.
Anybody who watches, like, is there anybody who played GTA 4 Online, bro? Me and my brother played that, bro. It was like the first online game I ever, open world, like, online experiences I had. Now, did anybody else play that? Like, let me know in the comments, bro, because real talk, bro, this shit right here was legendary, bro. There's just something about it, bro. Airport GTA 4 Online. Nah, you outside of your skull, bro. This was hilarious, bro. One of my first online experiences, I think, was GTA 4 Online. I think at that time, what games were out, bro? It was BO1. There was BO1. It was this. Yeah, bro. It was pretty solid, bro. I think everything was really simple. Like, holy fuck, but I picked up my water. Pretty simple, like across the board. All games were basically simplified. Call of Duty had its multiplayer peaking, bro. Domination, and then they just introduced like headquarters, bro.
In the aspect of popularity and monetization. But at the same time, those who decided to give that game mode a try rarely regretted it.
Yeah.
Quite the opposite. GTA 4 Online is highly rated by players to this day. It's also put in contrast to the modern online mode in GTA 5. If I were to briefly summarize the point here, I'd say that GTA 4 Online was designed so the players can just simply have fun and enjoy the gameplay, while GTA 5 Online is mostly oriented around doing all that can be done to change fun into a rat race.
I don't think so, bro.
To abuse the instincts that are rooted in many of us. And
like, he's already said his perspective and said it's like into a rat race to try and milk money out of people. Rockstar have a product and they're optimizing their product, and they did a really good job with their product, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, GTA Online is built so in depth, I'm never gonna hate on it, bro. No matter how hard it is to obtain a yacht, bro, like I've never bought a yacht. Only you can really get there if you have a business. The depth that shit is built into is insane to me, bro. That's why I won't hate, bro, because the systems are in place for you to do what you need to do. It's like the only game that you can do that for.
Exploit that unrestrained need of the player, which turns their gameplay into a never-ending desire to purchase all the newest cars and tune them into space rockets.
Apparently, if you bring $60 what the f is designed with a 5-part camera control button, silicon diaphragm.
Is she Australian? Like,
to buy all
her accent keep changing like every 5 seconds.
Properties to complete the new DLC as quickly as possible. And once you've got it all and you feel like a winner, then you're mostly a complete loser who wasted half his life to get some items in the computer game.
What'd you say, bro?
All the properties to complete the new DLC as quickly as possible. And once you've got it all and you feel like a winner, then you're mostly a complete loser who wasted half his life to get some items in the computer game.
I've never had everything in the game. And that's the beauty of it, bro. There should always be shit in the game that you need to obtain. And it shouldn't be like, yeah, I need to get this immediately. Nah, bro. Have a look at the fucking shit that they keep bringing out, bro. And that's why they can keep bringing shit out whenever it's their product, whenever they feel like, and at the pacing that they can do with that, bro. It's all free updates ready for you to obtain. Whatever you fuck with, be like, yo, I'm gonna go get that, bro. If I want the new Obey that they dropped in the game, I'm gonna go get that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have it all. Who the fuck wants it all, bro?
Or threw away half their paycheck. Cause tell me, who's got so much time to sit in front of a computer nonstop and play all those missions, heists, races, and other things just in order to acquire maybe I really play GTA Online on my Xbox 360 a lot, as back then I didn't have a lot financially and I couldn't really afford gold.
Yo,
however, I do remember that
I mean, I know I'm pausing a lot, bro, but like low key, bro, I think it was on PS3, bro. Somebody money glitched me, bro. I didn't ask for it or whatever. I just remember, bro. I was like in a lobby and I was like, what the fuck going on here, bro? And I looked in the top right and then I just had all this money. I think it's because I went to like Vespucci Beach and some dude like killed me or some shit. I don't know how the money ended up in my account, but I think he killed me and then I got the money, or he dropped the money and I picked it up. And then I just had it, bro. But then obviously like long after the money gets removed and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was my only experience of it. I didn't even buy anything.
Really enjoyed that game mode and wished I could play it more.
Crazy.
It seemed much less commercialized, and it fits with what you wrote in the comments. You wrote that it was a period where online was a place where you could have fun and spend time with others. Times in which Take-Two hasn't yet realized what financial potential lies in this game mode. These days, we know what it's like. Sessions filled with flying motorbikes, with homing rockets, hackers, inflated prices, and replaying the same heists over and over again to be able to afford any of those expensive features yourself, which often gets replaced by spending money on shark cards just to have any of that. And also, thanks for confirming my impression in the recent video in the comments, where I said that the driving model was more pleasant on the old consoles. Plenty of comments from people who, on one hand, would have sworn that driving on the old console felt much better, but lived in the conviction that it all may just be an illusion. And one of the viewers said something that convinced me even more, that the downforce of the vehicles was nerfed. And that aligns with my experience. For me, cars aren't so firmly gripped to the ground on the old consoles. The driving feels freer. They slide more easily, while still allowing a player to regain control, which makes fast driving very exciting. On PC though, everything is a bit stiff. The skids get corrected immediately, and vehicles are gripped. It's a little like driving a Formula 1 with simply increase, which makes the vehicles more tightly gripped to the surface, which is a downgrade in my opinion. So yeah, take that as a more detailed explanation of something that was already mentioned in the last video. And at the end, I will also mention that you were right to point out that not only the wasted and busted sounds were different, but also the mission failed sound effect.
It's the first mission.
All we had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
And I think that's about it. I think that those two videos showed that if you're someone who values the atmosphere and the content in a Game 5, then it's worth considering switching to the original versions of this game, as the experience which those versions offer are drastically different and much more similar to those older titles. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, supporting, and commenting. And see you soon.
W video, bro. His last video was way better than this one. Just for your information. So go watch that one, but yeah, I'm gonna watch this one though. It might be a new video, bro. So I'm out, bro.